All right, well, welcome out. We're going to jump right into skill one. And so as we're sitting down here, we're here in my home office. I want you just to pretend that you're sitting across the table from me. As I go through some of these skills, I'm going to mess up. I'm going to babble. It's just going to be conversational. So just let's get comfortable. Let's just move forward. But what I want you to understand is these 7 skills are the process that will help you take your business however far you want to go. You want to become a master at these skills. And it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. They're all relatively short, but if you need to review and go back through those videos, feel free to do so because that's going to help you out. First thing you need to do if you haven't done it already, in fact, on the prior page before you clicked here, there was an opportunity for you to order this book, which is Eric Worre's GoPro. GoPro is a fantastic outline of exactly the skills that you need to do to build your business. I'm going to be teaching out of this book those 7 skills. Here's what I'll tell you about it. If I would have had this when I got started, my business would look different than it does today. So you don't have to go through what I had to go through. You can skip a lot of that and start off with order GoPro immediately, unless you've already got it from me or you got it from your sponsor who helped get you started. Get a copy of GoPro. Those are the 7 skills we're going to talk about. So skill 1, finding prospects and getting them to look at information. So here's what's going to happen. In finding our prospects, we're going to have to get a script, okay? I've got a script to help you. It's already outlined. In fact, if you look to the bottom left on this page, you're able to download this script. Exactly the bullet points that you need under skill 1, boom, 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 so that you can have it in front of you, or you're on the phone, or whether you're texting, a prospect and setting an appointment or whatever it is that you're doing to line that out. So it's all going to be right there for you. I want you to be able to have that. So download that. I would even suggest you might want to save it in your iBooks or a Kindle. So you've always got it with you where you can refer to it and look at it real quick on any given time. But we need to build our names list. Right next to your script is also a page to develop your names list. On your names list, you need to have as many names as possible. I will tell you want to start out like immediately with 100+ names. Don't tell me you've got names in your phone and I've got this, or I know 5 or 6 people. Don't do that. It's a huge mistake that associates do. You've got to actually write them down, because on that names list sheet, you can make notes of where they are in this process. They've looked at information or haven't looked at information, yet you've had an appointment with them, or you're meeting with them, or you're setting up a phone call with me. Where they are in that process, you want to be able to have that names list because it becomes a working document to move you forward. If you only put 5 or 6 or 10 people down on a names list, here's what's going to happen. You're going to sound desperate. We don't want to convince anyone to do this business. What we want to do is be a professional. We want to sift and sort, and we want to look for people that are looking for an opportunity. They're looking to create health in their life. They're looking to improve their finances. They're looking for more time, which is a situation that I was in. People are in those categories, and if we listen to our prospects, if we listen to the people that we have relationships with, they will reveal all of the things that matter to them, that are important. And if we can connect what's important to them to how this can be a solution for them, they're going to want to look at the information that you have to provide. So minimum tonight, get 100 names down. That way, as you're going through, if you only had 10 names down, and if you're at number 8, and we haven't got any appointments yet, you're going to sound pretty desperate. I don't want you to sound like that. If you're at number 8 and we've got 92 more to go, you're not going to sound desperate at all. When I first started, my sponsors told me, write down 1 name for every $1 per week you want to make in this business. Think about that. If you wrote down 1 name for every $1 per week that you want to make in this business, how long of a names list do you want? Exactly. Make a names list as long as you possibly can. And even though it may not be the right time for someone right then and there, it doesn't matter. Just put them down. We'll sift and sort. That's part of the other skills that you're going to learn as we move forward through this process. Things you also want to remember is is we want to have the techniques of how to point people in the right direction. So as we're building this list, okay, that's the focus of skill 1, is building this list. The next skill is going to be how we're going to actually get those people that information. So download the 2 things. Download this, bottom left, okay? Download the names list, bottom left, and begin working on filling that out and getting it as long as possible. And you can actually use this to follow along in skill 2 as you're going to see us working through the rest of these 7 skills. So I hope that you're excited. I hope you're ready to get going. We'll move on to skill 2. And as we move into skill 2, you're going to get to hear from one of the gentlemen that I mentored in the early days to help get started. I'll tell you, this guy made a lot of mistakes in the beginning because he didn't follow directions. But once he finally listened and learned, his business took off like a rocket. He's become one of my top income earners. He's served on the IDC with USANA. He's a $1 Million Club member. I trust him with my life. He's my brother. He's my friend. His name is Brian Bolke, and you're going to learn a lot from him in skill 2.